Hi everybody, today I am reviewing my NYX HD Blushes. I was sent quite a few of these from NYX. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I still don't think that's the entire line. I've got my favorites, which are 4. I've got my kind of in-betweeners, which are 2, and then I've got my misses, which are another 2. I've had some of this new NYX stuff on my hands for what seems like quite some time, but when you've got that many blush shades, I didn't want this to just be, yeah, well, I sat down and swatched them all and now here's my review. I wanted to actually wear them all and be able to talk from that perspective. And I do think it's important to do this review as well because a lot of people buy their NYX stuff on Ulta's website, and God love them, their pictures on there, the little, you know, colors of what these blushes they think they are. I mean, it's not very accurate. Now this is a look at the old NYX blushes, and the packaging now is a little more streamlined. So I'm first going to take you through the shades that I really like. My number one thing from the whole group, I think the prettiest blush in this line that I've tried is called Intuition. And I think I had talked about this briefly before in another video. And you can see in this very opaque concentrated swatch, which you're not going to wear it, you know, that heavy on the cheeks, but I kind of got to do this to let you see what kind of color we're working with. See how it's golden shimmer laced within a kind of rosy blush. I find this to be smooth, pigmented, not at all too sparkly. You know, I don't love, you know, a blowout of glitter on the cheeks, and I don't get that from this product. It just comes off really rosy and warm. Application-wise, these blushes just take a little dab into them with your blush brush, maybe a little tap off the excess, and as you can see, a lot still will remain on your blush brush. Now the next one, it wasn't really a love at first sight product. This is Amber, and I swear, the website actually shows this one as having sparkle in it. It has none. You know, it's matte, maybe a hint of a satiny finish. And I would describe this as kind of a deep, warm pink. And when I was first swatching it, I thought it felt a little dry. But then I saw how beautiful it looked applied on my cheeks, and I thought, no, I love this color. This is great. The third one that I think is really a strength of this line is Taupe. And I know this was part of the regular blush line when they were packaged like this. And I never had an opportunity to try that one. It was always sold out. And this is for all y'all who don't want any warmth in the contour shades. I mean, this is a very like cool, almost grayish type contour. For me, I find this working really well around the cheekbones, and you'll see the demo. I am wearing this today in the cheekbone area. I think it chiseled out those cheekbones really, really nicely. Don't love it as much up around my hairline because I think it can look a little bit muddy in that area. At a glance, I thought it was similar to this shade right here in my NYX contour palette. After I swatched them side by side, this is even cooler than that. And the last of the 4 that I was really impressed with was Soft Spoken. I'm trying to expand my appreciation for the subtle, understated blushes. Probably a video coming along the lines of that topic in the near future. This is kind of like a soft, warm pink. It has a little bit of sheen to it, a little bit of peach in this color as well, and I am wearing that on my cheeks. And it's really nice for that blush look where you don't really want to take away from anything else on the face. I think for the fair, light, and light medium skin tones, this could be a really pretty subtle blush option. I think if you get much darker than that, this isn't probably going to act as a blush. Now I have a couple of really bright ones here. Double Dare, which is this really orangey type shade, and then also Crimson. At a glance, they seem matte. Looking really up close, I think they're more of a satiny finish. I have worn both of these. I can make these work. I mean, I feel like with a very, very, very light application, these look really fresh on the cheeks. You have the potential to get really deep color if you're going for something super dramatic with these, or you can take them to that lighter, more natural, rosy or peachy place. But you've got to be so careful, and I think for the casual everyday makeup user, it's maybe a little more trouble than it's worth. I'm putting these in my in-betweener pile because I think they're great quality products, but just maybe not practical for my day-to-day makeup routine. Lastly, the 2 that I didn't go for so much, and this is the one I would classify more as a bronzer, it's called Beach Babe, and it's not like it's a bad product. You can see kind of a goldeny warmth that comes off of this shade, and I am wearing that kind of up here around the hairline. That's where on me I think the grayish, really, really cool contours aren't as flattering, and I do like something that's a little more bronzer-ish there, but I've got so much of this kind of thing in my collection already. Now that I have it, I will probably get some use out of it from time to time, but if I were going to seek this out in stores, you know, I don't think it's that outstanding. And also this shade called Pink the Town. This is actually actually strikes me as more of a peach. And I normally like this kind of shade. I just have a little bit of a texture issue with this one because I feel like it's so dusty. Really pretty powdery, and it seemed different from my other ones. I don't know if I got a bad one, but it's kind of similar to me in finish to amber, but I thought amber translated so much better onto the cheeks. But I just thought there's a really nice rich texture happening in most of these, but I didn't feel it so much in that. My goal with this video was just to help you get a closer look at these blushes because it's hard to get that kind of a look at them on the Ulta website if that's where you place your NYX orders. Thank you so much for taking time to watch, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.